in your QB Confidential, where people can check out your opinions on what you're seeing on film and your advice for everybody as well. QBconfidential.com, and of course, there's your YouTube site for it as well. Which is the most indefensible offense that you're seeing? Which is the one that gives the most problems, and you say, well, this one is going to win more than most when the chips are down? Which one you see?
I think there's two components. I think the first answer always comes just because I always think about the quarterback, and I say, well, maybe it's the Chiefs because Patrick is so good, and even when he doesn't play great on schedule, he's so good off schedule that he makes it at times indefensible. But if I'm picking an offense right now, I'm picking the Philadelphia Eagles. Jalen Hurts is playing great. They've got weapons on the outside that if you want to try to stop the run game, which is really, really hard because their quarterback's really good at it, the RPO game that's attached to it, they've got so many different dynamics. But if you want to try to take that away, man, they got two guys on the outside that can beat you in any given moment and go for home runs. And that's what makes it so hard. Is it's not just we'll take away the run and then they can throw it, but they'll still make them work the ball down the field. They are a big play team that are extremely efficient because their quarterback is dealing the football in whatever facet. In the run game, he's making the right decisions. He's making big plays. In the RPO game, making right decisions, getting the ball to the right guy. And then he's throwing the ball extremely well down the field and reading the field in the drop-back game. You put all that together, whereas the Chiefs don't really have that run game. They don't have that aspect. That, to me, is what makes it so hard because they can beat you so many different ways. They don't have to throw for 300 yards, to put up 40 points. They can have two guys go for 150. It's really, really hard to stop, and specifically because their quarterback, as I said last week on game day, has been the most consistent quarterback in the National Football League from week 1 to now.
And, Micah Parsons on Von Miller's podcast, I got Von on the back end of this show. I'm sure you heard his comments that it's the system and the team. He called Jalen Hurts essentially a system quarterback. I love Micah's fire, but I don't see that. I just don't see it.
Here's the thing, Rich, and I've said this for years. I've got the same, comments for years. It's like anybody could have done what I did with, the players I had around me, and maybe so. But the bottom line is other people didn't. And, it's kind of the same thing with Jalen Hurts. It's like it's easy to say, oh, geez, it's the system around him. Everything's going well, but nobody else has done this. He's doing it and playing at an MVP level every single week, and it's not just because of the system. It's not just because, he closes his eyes and throws the ball and guys make plays. He's playing great football. And so that's the thing to me is everybody's a system quarterback. I say this all the time. Maybe a guy like a Mahomes or an Allen gives you a little bit more outside of the typical system that fits their strengths. But the system in Philly is perfect for Jalen Hurts. That's what you want to do as a coach. It's build around your quarterback. Your quarterback can do a whole bunch of things, build around him. So, yeah, the system helps him because they've built the right system. But the quarterback makes it go and drives the engine. So to sit back, if you watch any film at all and say this system is making Jalen Hurts really good, you can't do it. I'd love to sit down with Micah, and all respect to him, is go, show me where you think this system is making him an MVP candidate, and I'll show you just as many throws where you go, how many guys in the league are making that? How many guys in the league are doing that? And so, again, all due respect, I understand, that's kind of what defenders want to say or fans of other teams want to say is, oh, he's not that good. It's just a system. But, that to me is part of the game, and he's playing in a perfect system, and he's got players around him, but he's playing really, really good football.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.